next, man. I know y'all be asking where these stories be coming from, man. I mean, this one of my brothers that, maybe not him, but some of these stories that I be putting together be real life adventures. And I be wanting y'all to really catch game, man. Why should you pay for what we already don't pay for? I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead,
Assalamu
bro.
alaikum, Taala Muslim, man. Most people know me by Malik, man, Abdul Malik. But you from the spot where I'm from in that sea time, man, they know me by Cantrell. You know what I mean? Who I am. You
Cantrell
know what I mean?
Hill.
That's right. That's right. You know what it
Okay, okay,
is.
okay. If you know Cantrell Hill, you gotta know Junior Hill. Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
No,
That's
say that's my
Pops there,
man
boy.
there. Yeah,
That's
long
Pops
live
there.
Junior Hill. Huh?
Long live Pops, man.
No doubt.
And Miss Cookie, boy. And Miss Cookie.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you something, know what I'm saying? Where about you at? You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't really got a real location because I already said where you at. Know what I'm saying? If you know, I already done said where you at, but like tell us you in prison. How did you end up in this situation?
Well, to make a long story short, I made a bad choice. You know what I mean? Chasing the wrong things, you know what I mean, in life. Sometimes, we grow up seeing things and wanting things the fast way, you know what I mean, watching TV programming our minds to saying this the way we should be, you know what I mean? And I made one of them choices and I ended up having to reap the punishments for it, you know what I mean? For a long time, it took a lot out of me to realize my mistakes. You know what I mean? I always be like, I'm gonna point the finger at this person, I'm gonna point the
No
finger at that
doubt.
person. You know what I mean? I don't want to be accountable. You know what I mean? But in reality, you know what I mean, you are always gonna be accountable because it was your choice. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You know, bro, man, I keep my faith with Allah, man. And Allah been guiding me a long way, man. So, He helps me reveal more of the truth about myself. You know what I mean? You
Exactly.
know,
Let me
so
can I elaborate a little bit? I mean, and I know y'all seeing this brother back here. He's laid back, you know what I'm saying? He's a Muslim now, you know what I'm saying? So but I gotta let y'all take it back to the time, you know what I'm saying? This is my brother, you know what I'm saying? This actually, you know what I'm saying, my brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, my brother got a, you know what I'm saying, children by his sister, you know what I'm saying? But we all come up in the projects in Elizabeth Canyon. And let me tell you one thing about this dude was so player, bro. I'm talking about soul player. He had all the women, man. He kept so much going on. You wouldn't know what he had going on. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna take y'all back to the days, right? We had a couple pay phones inside the projects, right? So I ain't never know what bro was on, but he was always on these phones outside, man. I'm like, man, and then in a minute I see a brawler pull up and stuff like that. I said, man, bro, I got these brawls come from the suburbs and everything. I actually stole one of his bras, man. Hey, man, what you was doing on them phones out there, man?
that's what I was doing, making calls.
You making a phone call, and you
That's
know
right.
the girl that I said I stole from under you,
Which one?
Sherry,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a young dude. I'm peeping game, man. This my younger
Uh,
brother. I see him. He got a broad, man. This broad pulled up in the hood and a brand new Fifth Avenue, bro. I'm like, well, who ride like that down here? You know what I'm saying? So some kind of way, I don't know what happened with her and Cantrell, but I got on her trail. You know what I'm saying? When I got on her trail, I'm like, hey, listen, man, I gotta lock in. And like when I say she was nowhere from the hood, she was way out there by the Coca-Cola plant where the
way
buses
out the
don't even
east
run. On what
side.
side that is?
She was out on the east side.
That's the north side, ain't it? Up there by
Diamondwood.
no, she wasn't even staying in Diamond Wood. She was
Oh,
staying
you
with
talking
her
about when she stayed in Brickwood? Yeah, when she
and
moved out of
Brickwood.
yeah,
Brickwood. You
yeah,
know this back in the day, boy.
yeah,
She was
yeah, yeah,
way
yeah.
out there, man. Yeah, but I I just had to tell y'all don't say exactly like what type of player dude this was. And like he probably don't even elaborate in the case, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. Women had something to do with this situation, you know what I'm saying? The dude was like, see, I'm gonna tell you something too that you might not realize either, like, bro. When women say they gonna get you, they mean they gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? It could be long term, short term, it could be 2 years from now, you know what I'm saying? When they say they gonna get you, they gonna get you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell another story too. I think of my partner Bell, you know what I'm saying, in the hood. And him and I forgot him and somebody, one of the girls had got into it with it. I know it probably wasn't Bell, but I mean, you remember Tweety Bird on him?
Tomorrow, Sammy's sister.
Sammy Sister Tweety Bird. Man,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
some kind of way. I don't forgot who she was kicking it with it. But anyway, you know how the police used to always whip up and they'll put you in the back seat of the police car and then they'll go look for the drugs, but they can't never find the drug because we hiding it in the pole. We pull a piece of grass up and hide it, whatever. Man, listen, they don't put him in the back seat of the police car and the police can't find nothing. Man, Tweety Bird came straight out the house, knocked on the car window, said, "Didn't I tell y'all we're gonna get your motherfucking ass?" And went right there, showed the police what the shit was, and dude went straight on the jail. And they had been broke up for I don't know how long, but when women say they gonna get you, man, they mean they gonna get you long term, short term, whatever. Know what I'm saying? They don't forget. Know what I'm saying? So sometimes you could be two player. So no, so I'm gonna get back to you, but pass the mic back to you, man. Like break like okay, and I always ask this too, like, what is your mental state of mind at this moment? Know what I'm saying? Well, straight up, now okay, we're gonna get into this, right? You got charged with a whole bunch of robbers and all type of situations, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't have nothing to do with. And like everybody knew that you didn't have nothing to do with the situation, you know what I'm saying? Like when I say my man was two player, he was getting money, you know what I'm saying? Always had the fly shoes, everything was going on, but it's these women. Let me let you finish tell the story. Go ahead, man.
You know, man, women always be a lot of men downfalls. But you know, when you're young, you make choices. You know what I mean? And you chase what you chase.
No
But you know,
doubt.
my journey different now. That's the old me. You know what I mean? My experience being in here, you know what I mean, have isolated my mind to learning more about myself. So you know what I mean, and learning from where I came from doesn't define who I am now. You know what I mean? So my growth now, I want settlement in my life. I
No
want to come
doubt.
home, you know what I mean, and open up me some businesses and everything. You know, I'm a master barber. You know what I mean? I didn't develop
Okay.
skills and stuff. You know what I mean? I write books. You know what I mean? I just have a lot of different things that I got in my mind that I want to, you know, experience out there. You know what I mean?
But
From what
but
I've
but
learned.
and we understand where you at, know what I'm saying? But we're gonna bring that to the end of where you at. We're gonna try to figure out how did you like for the young brothers out here with the John Wick, pa, 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 shoot them up, bang them, and everything so swell and moving so fast. Tim shut the door. Everything moving so fast that they don't even believe. They think everything's GTA now. You know one thing about the game, you probably ain't even played. How long have you been gone?
I've been gone 27 years. And listen,
20.
I done did all that what they done did. What they doing now, that's old, man. I don't know why they think that's new. You know what I mean? I gang bang, man. I big GD when I was out there on the streets. You know what I mean?
No
I
doubt.
ran Columbia, you know what I mean, doing what I was doing, came to prison and still rep GD, till retired. You know what I mean? But at
No
the end of the
doubt.
day, you know what I mean, we make them decisions of doing what we doing, what we think is right. Hustling in, you know what I mean, gunplay and everything. When I was out there, it was more we had morals and respect about certain stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they just shooting the crowd, you know what I mean, and just like it's a
They
video
got
game.
switches on them guys, man. They shoot like this. How can you even hit somebody, know what I'm saying? With dicks on the end of the gun, know what I'm saying? 100 round clips, know what I'm saying? They can't be trying to get their man. Know what I'm saying? They just got to be trying to get innocent bystander. And I say this to all gang members. I want to ask this question, know what I'm saying? Since you was on the street and you were repping the gang, when you came to prison, did you get am money order from the gangs?
Did I get wet?
A money order from the gangs. Like did you get envelope from a gang member said this come from the GDs?
Nah, I ain't never got nothing like that. Unless it was my family he was associated to it. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
exactly. So I be saying that due to the point a lot of times we be embracing things that don't embrace us, you know what I'm saying? And they wonder why the brothers move on and you know what I'm saying, take their, you know what I'm saying, Shahada or they become a Christian or situation because they get more love and support, you know what I'm saying, for things that support them back. But I'm gonna let you finish, you know what I'm saying, telling like, okay, so boom, you out here in the streets and like I said, I remember you being a young dude, fly, you know what I'm saying, with the women and moving around. And I know you're not glorifying this, but for the young dudes out here that's caught up with the women and caught up with the hustling and the gang banging and selling dope, you know what I'm saying? What was your state of mind and your attitude at that time? And how old were you?
Survival, street survival.
Street
At that
survival.
time, it was all about survival, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't about, you know what I mean, glamour with me as much, you know what I mean? Because hey, I did what I did. You know what I mean? I stayed in the hood, went out the hood to get what I wanted, you know, brought it back, you know, things
No
like that. But
doubt.
it was all about the come up, you know what I mean? it wasn't all about trying to go to a nigga hood and go kill him and all that crazy shit. You feel me? It wasn't even
Exactly.
that type. It wasn't even on that type of time back then. Even though dudes shoot dice, people get robbed. That was the hood stuff. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean? It's typical stuff. You know what I mean? In the hood, you sell dope, but you expect the robbers ain't gonna be around. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
hey, it's just typical hood stuff. But at the end of the day, man, hey, I live the lifestyle, man, that a human lives everywhere in every neighborhood. You know what I mean? Trying to come up. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah.
I ain't,
And so these
I
people
ain't
here that pop stuff,
you,
yeah, home in the home with the chain got roaches in the minivan. I don't got a minivan, you know what I'm saying? But I got plenty
trying
of
to
roaches. Nah, let me
tell
stop.
you.
I'll just
I
be
seen
kicking
that.
them. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
seen
I'll
that.
be
I
kicking.
woke up and seen that. You feel me? So
Yeah, yeah. Hey, but let me ask you this too, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell this story too, because a lot of people tuning in at this moment. Man, listen, check this out. You remember that time that you and my older brother got into it in the gambling game?
for me and Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
You want to tell a story? Or you want me to tell a story?
Shit. I don't know. It's all depending on perspective of how you view it.
Then listen,
Um
I'm gonna tell the story for how I seen it. I'm on the sideline. We all at my spot. I had a trap, right? Cantrell come up. He supposed to be going to see a probation officer, you know what I'm saying? But he just stopped at the trap. He gonna make some quick money, you know what I'm saying? So Cantrell, I go in the house, I go make a play or whatever. But when I come back, him and my older brother, they into it, know what I'm saying? So he like, man, Cantrell, you know what I'm saying, don't stole $20 or whatever situation, or whatever. I don't forgot how much money it was, know what I'm saying? So my brother tried to swing on Cantrell, but he can't really do nothing with Cantrell. So Cantrell kind of handled it, know what I'm saying? But I don't think Cantrell would even try nothing like that. Due to the point, it ain't number when you say GD, it ain't number a whole bunch of brothers out here. So you wouldn't think a little young dude. How old you were? About 17?
about 19,
About
18.
19. Everybody else about 25, 26, you know what I'm saying? So he the young. So I don't think he would try that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't broke it up or whatever situation, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what Cantrell thinking about. I think he going back to shoot some dice or do whatever he gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Not thinking about timing. So timing, he's a squirrel master. He don't care for nowhere. Squirrel Cantrell, boom. So Cantrell don't fall fair. But what happened when Cantrell fell down? Tommy grabbed his shoe. Y'all get what came out of his shoe? The money that he had caught. If I misquoted anything, tell me was I right or wrong on this situation?
All right, now in that situation, that was wrong. All right, this on the money
Yeah, tell
part,
me
right?
what happened.
All
Yeah,
right, we shooting dice. You know the gambling rule is shooting dice. What's in the pot is yours.
no
All right.
doubt.
Tommy didn't want to respect the fact that, all right, you changing money out. We telling you what's in the pot staying up. All of us saying this here. So
No
what you
doubt.
put down and you ain't pulled up. When I hit my point, that's my money. I ain't trying to argue with that. You know what I mean? Now you trying to take my money. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The money was in. I throw the money in my jogging pants, but it came down my leg. You know what I mean? That when he squirreled me and I fell, my shoe came off and my money fell out my pants leg. That's the reason when he tried to reach for my shoe, reach for the money, I grabbed the shoe and slapped the shit out on with it
Yeah, exactly.
and started
Exactly.
trying to choke his ass out. You like, oh y'all stop this shit.
Hey man, we were
TT,
wild out there, man. That was
and
one of my great memories too, boy.
when
Over
TT
back there.
wouldn't stop laughing like a motherfucker, TT said, bro, let go, man, let's go.
Hey man, time is stay into some shit, man. You stay in some shit too, man. It'd be crazy, man. But
Man,
see,
Big Bro trained me, man.
yeah, yeah,
Shit, got,
big bro
he
Wild is
taught me a
still.
lot of shit.
Yeah, man, big bro still out here. I be trying to tell him he 50 years old, man. On the GD he is as a granddad. Get his old ass out the way, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
man.
Go on here to retire. Sit down, man, and teach them grandkids something.
Yeah, exactly, man. So I'm going back, you know what I'm saying? So you went to trial, you end up catching like did you go to trial? I mean for the people just listening.
Yeah, man, I went to trial, man, and I had two co-defendants, man. I had this girl Sheila, man, and this dude Albert on Cadillac on my case, right? They had some armed robberies on their case that was separate from me, right? And it had nothing to do
Mm-hmm.
with me. So, this was the indictment, the original indictment. And during my trial started, they redacted my indictment and took their names off and these armed robberies off. which changed the perspective of the jury looking at my case. You know
No
what I
doubt.
mean? It focused it on me as if I was the only person committed this crime when it wasn't me. See,
No
if they would
doubt.
have kept this stuff on the indictment and showed them what the original indictment showed, it would show these people had a transaction of doing this type of stuff. They had a
Exactly.
reputation of showing that they do this. I didn't have that kind of record. You know what I
No
mean? I didn't have
doubt.
that track record at all. You know what I mean? But by them singling me out, you know what I mean, it prejudiced me in my case, and I suffered from that. You know
Who
what I
was your
mean?
lawyer at the time?
The same lawyer everybody had, Robert Watkins. I'm talking about every public
Yep.
defender. You know what I mean? And my dad gave him some money. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And it just went bad.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Ain't nobody never even thought that you would be convicted of that crime or actually be doing this much time. Like one thing about the streets talk, you know what I'm saying? In the streets, everybody in the streets knew that you ain't had absolutely nothing to do with the armed robbery, with the murder, none of that situation, man. And I don't even understand what did they like I went at trial or whatever situation, but like you say, man, when you got a public pretender or you got a low paid for lawyer or you got in Columbus Consolidated, you can have a paid for a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, that'll sell you out. Man, you know what I'm saying? What was your experience, you know what I'm saying, with going through that, you know what I'm saying, like the trial? Did these people testify against you in trial?
And stories changed a lot during trial. You know what I mean? I had a dude that man, this was weird. I had a dude, man, I didn't even know who this dude was. His name was a Hill named Jermaine Hill or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they put me in cell with this guy, man, you know what I mean, for like a couple hours, man. This thing, man, this man was on my case. You
Man,
know
that's
what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah, man, and then saying that, I told him everything about my case that I messed up and made a mistake. I'm like, I ain't never even talked to this dude. You
No
feel what I'm
doubt.
saying? It's like it was a whole setup. The woman on my case, she wrote me letters while I was in the county. You know what I mean? Admitting the fact that I ain't had anything to do with the case. You see
Exactly.
what I'm saying? And the DA, they pressure her to my defense were gonna take her kids if she didn't say I had something to do with it. You see what I'm saying? So they pressure her to say I did all this stuff right here for her to plea out for 20 years. You know what I mean? But I know how crooked them folks is down there, man. You know what I mean? They crooked. They just want a conviction. It
And I
ain't
can
got
say
me.
this too. Like you say, I was like incarcerated at the same time, and I ran across her because some kind of way. You remember I had the escape charge. You know what I'm saying? And they had ended up me and her rode in the what's called it together in a police car together. And she was saying the same thing that you ain't have nothing to do with it. In some kind of way, the DA was trying to get her, like giving her everything to say, and they was gonna give her a bond if she just said that you had something to do with the situation. I don't even
Yeah.
know if I ever told you that.
Yeah, I got the letters. She said all that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They
So what
pressured
happened
her.
during jury trial? Like what the letters presented? I mean, what happened with this situation? Like,
Man, they was presented during trial, man, but when you got a weak lawyer, you know what I mean, it ain't gonna stand up for you and push that issue as to perjury and things like that, you know what I mean? The
mhm,
evidence don't weigh as much, you know what I mean,
exactly,
as the testimony is when they try to corroborate other witnesses, you know what I mean? You know how that go. You know,
exactly.
they don't follow their own rules a lot of times.
And I'm gonna say this too, you know what I'm saying, due to the point, like I was down, you know what I'm saying? I had 85 years, you know what I'm saying? I had 55 in the state and 30 years in the feds. I'm just saying this for the people that might not know, but I actually got my paralegal license while I was in jail, incarcerated. I had paid my lawyer $100,000 and still got sold out. You know what I'm saying? Got the maximum sentence on what law could allow. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that even with my lawyer that I paid $100,000, I could have went up there and told the judge to kiss my ass and couldn't got more time. So a lot of situations happen with that, but like they tell anybody and these people on the streets to know, is no excuse for the law. Not knowing is no excuse for the law. So, a lot of times it's just like, we young kids and we going up in the courtroom and you got to understand the courts don't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? They speak Latin. So
They
if you
speak
don't
Latin.
understand, they're speaking Latin, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't understand what's being said, what's going on, you don't even understand how to transpire, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the point that you guilty, it's the point that you don't know how to prove your innocence. And that's what happened to a lot of young brothers coming in. This man, young, 19, 20 years old, you know what I'm saying? He don't know this. He think his lawyer going to defend him, but they fail to tell you that most lawyers are just advocates. You know what I'm saying? Advocates are just people to speak for you. know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's for the people that's just out there thinking that they might want to get in the streets. And I'm advising if you do want to get in the streets, you know what I'm saying? First, learn the rules to the game before you even get in there. Learn some law, man. Learn because like it could become a felon to a misdemeanor just by certain things that you do. If you go into a house, you commit a burglary and you touch a firearm inside the house, it become a felony, you know what I'm saying? A class A, just because you touched the firearm that was already inside the house, you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand what you're doing when you're doing. I just dropped that knowledge on a few people, but you go ahead and just because it's more about you. And like I say, two life sentence, you know what I'm saying? You've already been locked up 27 years, you know what I'm saying? It's which like what about the appeal process? Have any appeals been applied in your situation? What's going on with your release?
I appealed, I fought my case, for a long time as well. I got some paralegal skills too, right?
Exactly.
Um, I did like 3 years working in the law library, when I was at Macon State back in 2000, 4 to 2007. You know, I'm pretty sharp with knowing the law, and like they always say, man, you can help somebody else, but it's hard to help yourself, when you're
Exactly.
doing legal work, right? And for a long time, man, I was always fighting the wrong issues in my case. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? And when I got to like Hancock somewhere, I met an older guy named Victor Roberts. I don't know if this guy's still living, but the man fought his case. He was on death row. You know what I mean? He fought his case
I
all the
know
way
him.
till, he got to like about 20 years type stuff, right?
Hmm.
But he showed me something dealing with my indictment, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And when I recognized it, I started filing all these motions and haves and stuff, but I was never getting any answers. So I figured out, I said, wow, it's something I'm doing wrong. You know what I mean? And it's weird, man, that, we always trimming around with phones in prison and everything. Like, and I'm always one of them guys like, man, if I'm gonna have a phone, I'm gonna use it for something, right? So
Exactly.
I was always researching update cases and stuff like that. So I was researching about, Georgia laws and dealing with violations of indictments. And I ran across the issue dealing with an OCGA code of 1794 and challenging sentences and stuff like that. You don't challenge the indictment itself, but you challenging the sentencing. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And the sentence being void because you're not having jurisdiction to indict you upon certain matters. So when I found out this right here, I started fighting, my bid was over with. And this is how the courts play with you. You will
Mm.
sit here and here with these light sentences and all these sentences, bro, and they will run you down 20 years before they give
Rabbit
you any
hole.
relief. You know what I mean? And that's how they play with your life in here. So I advise anybody that's out there in the street, man, be careful what you doing out there. If you don't want to come here because when you fight these cases, man, the courts ain't gonna play fair with you. You know what I mean? You a dollar to them. So
Okay. 1 second. A few people just, you know what I'm saying, just jumped in there asking the question of what happened. You know what I'm saying? What happened is my man ended up, you know what I'm saying, with two life sentences, you know what I'm saying, for one decision that he made, one wrong decision he made. And the decision was really, you know what I'm saying, hanging around the wrong people, you know what I'm saying? And we going through this situation and he's breaking everything down like what how the court system play at this moment. And go ahead, what you finish what you were saying.
the way they gave me the two life sentences, they convicted me of my sentencing wrong. All right. Upon Georgia law, they say when you commit a felony murder, they must say felony murder with the commission of an armed robbery or an aggravated assault or burglary or you see what I'm saying on a
Yeah,
felony murder. All
exactly.
right. They separated my charges, which is multiplicity. They
Hmm.
separated my charges and charged me with felony murder and convicted me with a life sentence on that and armed robbery and convicted me on a life sentence on that upon the same transaction and conduct of a crime, which is a violation of Georgia law, Constitution, and the United States Constitution.
You're
I've
absolutely
been
right.
fighting this for a long time, bro. You know what I mean? And these people don't care. Who they want in here is who they gonna keep in here. You know
I,
what I
I,
mean?
am gonna say this too, and I be adamant about this. You know what I'm saying? Well, the people fail to realize I took my case all the way to the Georgia Supreme Court of the United States of America, and it's a lot of people that when you make law, because this is what I tell, you know what I'm saying, laws are constantly changing by the water. They change every day, you know what I'm saying? You can actually make law. Like all the landmark cases that you see are cases that people made, you know what I'm saying? So with that situation, you know what I'm saying, like your case, it ain't nothing new to be made, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they would like exhaust your remedies, you know what I'm saying, or relief. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't realize you can never exhaust your remedies of relief, you know what I'm saying, when it's a wrongful conviction. You know what I'm saying? So you could always get in. And a lot of times I heard you say that you were filing a lot of things. And one of the things I realized, if you ever filed anything and they never answered on that situation, it automatically tolls your time. So they can never say that you are out of time. You know what I'm saying? Because then when they start coming, they came with that anti-theft penalty act, whatever they start talking about, they
Mm-hmm.
told your time and you can't even get
4
back in the
years.
courtroom. You know what I'm
They try
saying?
to give you
But
4 years.
yeah, but there were people that even what I took to all the way to the United States Supreme Court of the United States. If you have any motions that's already in the courts, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't been heard, it automatically tolls your time. So anything that you ever send to the judge or whatever situation that they never ruled on, then it automatically give you all that time back. You just got to have something continuous in the courtroom. It can't be a situation where something was ruled on and then you went 3 years or 4 years without filing anything else. So anytime you have anything in the courtroom that hasn't been ruled on, it automatically tolls your time. So that was one of my issues that I was able to like take to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And the other issue was, you know, say almost like your case, but they used similar transactions with my federal and state case, which was the same case, but they can indict you state and federal for the same crime. But at the same time,
Right.
when I went to the feds, they charged me for my second time drug offense, which was only my first time drug offense. What they did, they convicted me in the state and then convicted me in the feds. You know what I'm saying? I went to trial both times, but they said my second drug offense was in the feds. I mean, for the same case, and they charged me with a habitual mandatory 20 years to life. But when I took the court, it was one word that helped me in this situation was subsequently. See, I didn't get out of jail and subsequently commit another offense. You know what I'm saying? So subsequently means when something stopped and something else began. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that continuous transaction. With your situation, the
Mm-hmm.
robbery, all this is what they said they were trying to tie you into. It was a continuous transaction. You can't
That's all it
separate it. You know
was.
what I'm saying? It's just like you still in a car and they charge you with the transmission, the tires, and the steering wheel. It's just one car. So you can't charge with every piece of the car situation because it's a continued transaction. But go ahead on.
Yeah, so I went through that stage, and when I met this guy, when I got so familiar with it, you know what I mean, I started studying a lot, started filing all these motions and stuff, Habes and things like that. I know I'm right, bro. You know what I mean? It's like you looking at it in black and white. You know what I mean? You researching it and everything, bro. You
Exactly.
going through the right things, right steps,
Mm-hmm.
and you wondering why these folks not responding to you. Why
Mm-hmm.
are they dragging you out, man? Listen, 6 years that went by, no motion, no response. You fighting a hey, you ain't getting a response back in 4 years, and then you got to do an appeal for that. That's another 4 more years, and then they deny you. It's like deny you, and you did right, and they asking you certain questions that don't have nothing to do with the case. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's just a whole
It's
spin.
mind game. It's mind
Yeah,
game. Due to the
it's a
point.
whole spin.
And then one of the things about like people don't understand to be a lawyer is just to be a wordsmith, to be able to put words together, you know what I'm saying? Who could best interpret to the law what they're supposed to stood for. And one of the things I learned about everything is appealable, you know what I'm saying? With a situation, especially when you not getting heard on all these situations, you know what I'm saying? I go ahead and appeal that situation, then file a mandamus is a writ to make them act on that. And when they don't act on that, they got a certain amount of time or it become unwarranted prosecution. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is the crazy part that me and you know. These lawyers know this. But guess what? They friends. They don't want to go against each other. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do their job. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times, like, you really gotta fight them pro se. Like, I mean, even when I was doing time, man, I don't pay for 6 or 7 lawyers while I was doing time that never even like Marsha Shine on her, the post conviction
Marcia
lady.
Sheen. Marcia
Yeah, but
Sheen.
yeah, man, I gave her $10,000. She told me I had actually no merits in my case. You know what I'm saying? Took my case all the way to the Supreme Court of the United States of America and won on those same merits. But this is the things about it, bro. A lot of times you be absolutely right, but they try to make you think you crazy. Like what's in this law book ain't in the other law book. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what people got to realize. What's in this book is insane in that other book. So I know I can't be crazy. They'll say everything, and then like you
Right.
say, they keep on writing you back with conclusion of the law that ain't got nothing to do with the question that I answered. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of times you gotta stay on what you own and don't get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Cause they'll have you bouncing out like what color was the goddamn car. Man, I ain't worried about that. That ain't what we are. What we are about this fact right here, this indictment, what you didn't do.
Facts. So I didn't made it so far, you know what I mean, fighting my case. And now I done made it to the point where fighting my case is not even the serious matter no more. The serious matter is making the parole. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because I've been fighting my case for so long. You know what I mean? Now it's time for me to parole. So now
Exactly.
I get up for parole in 2019. They set me off my first time for 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Come back up 2024. You know what I mean? Set me off 3 more years. So I'm waiting 2027 now. Now, what's weird about all this, the time that I've been set off, man, I was at Smith State Prison, man, where it was a whole bunch of hell and chaos going on.
No doubt.
And I know that everybody in Atlanta was looking at this prison in a way like everything is corrupt, crooked, and wicked. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And I just happened to be one of the people that happened to be coming up at the times all this crazy stuff was going on. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I had to bear witness to a lot of deaths, female officers getting killed and stuff, staff getting killed with guns. I didn't, I'm there. So when these folks looking at this prison, you know what I mean, the people that's coming up for parole at this prison, all they doing is send them off. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean?
Cause you at a
And
prison, people don't understand about Smith State Prison. It's a disciplinary camp for disciplinary camps. Like when you go
yes,
to a disciplinary camp, this is a disciplinary camp when you don't mess up
for
at
the
the disciplinary
disciplinary.
camp. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? They
this the
call it the
disciplinary.
gladiator school. You know what I'm saying? The crazy part, like
Yeah,
you had to been on. And did you was that your first camp? Or how did you end up in Smith State Prison? Because you got to been on fucked up to even get
it's
there.
crazy. It's crazy because I always try to, you know what I mean, work my way to stay somewhere close to the home, like at Macon State somewhere. So I was at Macon State, man. You know, man, them folks, and some of everybody knew me. It was my second
One
time
in
there,
red.
man. You know what I mean? It was my second time there. Was a lot of folks that knew me. You know what I mean? So it was more like the warden pulled up on me, said, "Man, listen, man, I gotta get rid of you, man. You know what I mean? You too familiar with my style, man. Man sent me to goddamn Smith. I stayed
Man,
at that
boy, he
motherfucker
did you
8 years.
he did you an injustice, boy. He did
Boy,
you an
I'm trying
injustice,
to figure
boy.
out. I'm saying, man, I ain't did nothing.
Boy, he did. And
Yeah,
I know when you got there, everybody was asking what did you do to get there, boy? Like, boy,
man,
listen, man, that was no regular transfer, boy. That's a disciplinary
listen.
on top of disciplinary transfer, boy.
This was the weird part about it when I got there, right? Now, the way GDC work, man, they have this STG program that they have in your file, man. Like,
Yep.
no matter how long
Security
you've been in
threat
the
group,
system, you've been labeled something, that's what they got you labeled in the computer.
no
So,
doubt.
I've been Muslim for a long time, right? So they never took this out my file. So when I get to Smith, the Warrens and everything meet me off the bus, like, who is Cantrell here? Where you at? You know what I mean? I'm thinking these folks finna beat my ass, throw me in the hole. You know what I mean? I'm coming off the tier to get to this camp. You know what I mean? So I'm like, shit. And me, what's up? You know what I mean? So they were like, hey, we putting you in G1 with all the GD, man. I need you to go down there and straighten them folks up. I said, listen here, man. I said, hold up. Ain't nobody big home and ain't they dad is you trying to get me killed, you tripping. You know what I mean? I said, no, man, I'm Muslim, man. I ain't got all that going on, man. They said,
Hold
shoot,
on,
your
bro.
head.
Hold on, bro. What these folks told you, bro?
Yeah, they said, go get them folks straight down there, man. I'm like,
Man,
shit, man. They looking
hey,
at me as a vet, bro. You know what I mean? And
man, but
I
still,
ain't
you should have. Hey, listen, they know it ain't nothing in the world can straighten that out. It's a
nothing.
complete chaos. That's what it's designed for. It ain't
Yes.
designed to be straightened out. You know what I'm saying? This is rebellion at the top, the echelons. You know what I'm saying? This is
But
crazy, man.
character go a long way too, though. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
I always like, they put me in the top 200 in the state of Georgia for being one of the most, you know what I mean, influential people. You know what I mean? So I took that as consideration to say, okay, I always, you know what I mean, evaluate, you know what I mean, my environment, you know what I mean, observe and everything. So what I noticed when I came in that motherfucker, this motherfucker was nasty as hell. The dorm was nasty.
What
So I'm
building you
like,
went to, man?
G1. You
Oh
know what I
man.
mean? So I'm
Oh man.
like,
Hey,
you know,
hold on. How close are you is to the hole when you in G1?
The next dorm right there.
Listen, you always know the worst building in prison
Right there
is the
next to
one
the hole.
closest to the hole, boy. You
Yeah.
ain't got far to go to the hole. You walk you across the aisle, you going to the hole. And every prison is designed like that.
Ready.
The farthest dorm away from the hole is gonna be the best dorm.
That's right too.
It's
So
crazy, boy.
so you know what I mean, I come from a different walk. So you know what I mean? So I'm looking at the dorm, I'm saying like these folks
Bill,
pressing me for no reason. They don't even know me for real. You know what I mean? So,
no doubt.
they put me in and pair me off with a roommate, GD. I couldn't be in any room but with a GD. You know what I mean? So, so I'm talking to the young niggas like, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all can do a background on me. I don't care, man. Y'all can stream. I'm Muslim, but you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm a fisher. I ain't no
They
bullshit.
was
You
my
know what I
family.
mean?
They where I come
Yeah.
from, man.
You
When we
call
came
what
up
you
in the
want to
streets,
do, you
it was
want to
no
call. They gonna
choice.
tell you. They gonna tell you I'm a real one. You know what I mean? So
No doubt.
a couple niggas did that came back and like, oh, well, we fuck with you. You know what I mean? A lot of real niggas like, you know what I mean? Big Cape, Ali, them spoke good on me. You know
No
what I
doubt.
mean? All that good stuff. So they acknowledge me being Muslim and everything. I'm in the dorm. So I said, shit, these folk want to press me about trying to get these folks straight. So I'm gonna press them by cleaning it down up.
For
So
real.
I just told these niggas, hey man, enforce these laws on these niggas, man. Y'all clean up, man. Come on, let me get 6 of these guys right here, man. I'm gonna get
Yeah, man.
4 of these
Hygiene,
niggas right
man.
here.
We gotta
Get
get
some
the
of these
hygiene
bloods right
together,
here.
man.
And keep the door clean right there. That brought some
No doubt.
structure in there. You see what I'm saying? Once that
Exactly.
structure started applying, everybody started seeing it. Hey man, it's a good dude, man. Let's make some money in here, y'all. You know what I
Hey, it's
mean?
always better. So let's get the economics up. Know what I'm saying? Get these
Now
economics up.
Now I gotta leave. Now I leave. They throw me in the old folk door. They feel like the door straight now. The door clean, it's painted. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Niggas ain't killing each other no
You
more
did
in
your
there.
job.
I did my job. So now they put me with the old folks at. Now all these young niggas call me Unc. They love me. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So, I gained a lot of respect from a lot of the young ones teaching them, you know what I mean? Just the basic things that we all should apply in our life. You
No
know what I
doubt. It's
mean?
just basic principles just to be a man. I mean, if
That's
you
it.
a Christian, Muslim, GD, Vice Lord, or whatever, man, these principles are basic principles to life of just being a man, bro.
Big facts.
Everything tell you, man, just be a man. That's why I tell a lot of brothers, man, you ain't got to worry about violating anything if you righteous, bro. If you righteous, bro, you never gonna violate anything just by being righteous, being a stand-up dude, bro. You ain't got to worry about what this mean, what that say, what this code is, whatever. Don't say just your natural ways of life. They're automatically gonna reflect principles that they talking about.
Right. And
Okay.
with this new generation, man, it's like a lot of people don't comprehend the fact that they seen us coming up. This is why they
Mm-hmm.
act the way they act. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of you guys, bro, we got niggas our age, man, still think they some YNs, man. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
man.
it's funny, you know
Hey,
what I
hey,
mean,
hey,
to
hey,
me.
my brother Tommy, I told you, boy, he think he still got them motherfucker head, he got them one of the guys now. I told him
I'm
granddaddy
gonna tell
gonna
you,
sit you.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell you some real shit, brother. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. The young niggas tell me is I fuck with the young niggas, man. A lot of these niggas tell me said the reason why they don't respect a lot of the OG old niggas because they try to act like them. You see what I'm saying?
And I'm
And,
gonna say this
and
too. A lot of them is in the way. Bro, get out the way, bro. It ain't your place no more. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my duty to be nowhere. I tell these dudes, we don't even pump the same type of gas. Y'all pumping 88, I'm pumping 92, bro. We ain't even on the same gas pump. We ain't even on the same tax rate. We not even hollering at the same women. When I'm down there hollering at these young women, I'm down here trying to get y'all money. I mean, y'all way, y'all gonna push me. But guess what? When ain't in none of your way, see, I'm hollering at auntie. Know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying?
you
They be
ain't
like
gotta
that.
worry about me.
Uncle over there hollering at auntie. I'm not letting her hang out these young women because this gonna cause problems, man. And no, I'm as God best to dead Bruno, my man. You know Bruno don't say the blood. Know what I'm saying? This is my brother. Know what I'm saying? And he was having problems. He ended up getting killed, but it was all due to the point messing around with young women, bro. They keep up so much mess, and the young cats not gonna respect you because you ain't got your old ass out the way, bro. Know what I'm saying? One thing about Unc ain't in the way, boy. I tell motherfuckers, they say, they gonna catch you slipping. It gonna be at Disneyland. It gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It gonna be at Six Flags somewhere with the grandkids, showbiz. That's the only way you gonna catch me. Cause after 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm out the streets, but y'all can have that. It ain't no more money. And then I say this, Cantrell, we ain't leave no money out there for yet. Cause these dudes they talking about they hustling, they ain't got no money, bro. Now I'm talking about these dudes talking about they hustling, and then as soon as they go to jail, they calling a man to go to work every day to get them out. What sense do that make? That
I don't know what's wrong with them.
man, but then I'm gonna tell you something too. The crazy part about it is the young dudes, man, they feel like you obligated to take a loss with them. I'm only obligated to take a win with your partner. If we winning, we winning. But your loss, that's your loss, bro. And people gotta understand it because they think like they could go make all the bad decisions in the world, and you should partake in the bad decisions. When I'm over here making right decisions, if I'm making right decisions, I need to, I mean, recruit from that fruit of that thought or that decision that I'm making,
Yeah,
not the wrong decision that you making. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know what kind of fruit that gonna bear.
yeah. Why should I lose? You know what I mean? Because you want to lose. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. If I'm
Man,
over here working hard for my earnings, you know what I mean? What that got to do with you? Just the same way you destroying yourself. You know what I mean? I'm over here prospering over here. If you
and
want to
get what
prosper,
I
you
get
do
what I
what I'm
tell all of
on.
my nephews. Listen, bro, I tell all my nephews. I said, man, when I was out there and hustling in the street, the first thing I had was some bond money and some lawyer money. Now, like, listen, if you out there in the streets and you ain't got no bond or you ain't got no lawyer money, don't call me. Cause guess what? The reason why I ain't hustling is because guess what? I ain't got no bond money and I ain't got no lawyer money, and I definitely ain't got no bond money or no lawyer money for you. Shit, I got other things to do with my money. Now, for real, you gotta think about when we was in the street, the first thing a dude gonna do, he gonna get some lawyer money, bro, and get some bond money. You ain't hustling comfortable until you got there because you know you going to jail. You gotta
Facts.
have Mark on standby. We got Moses Bond coming on standby. That's my man.
You got to be on standby.
Okay,
'Cause
we
that's
kind of just we ride, man. I love this conversation, man. But I ask a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, and I know people want to understand this too. What is your mental state of mind? You know what I'm saying, your mental health at this moment. Like how are you? You know what I'm saying, mentally.
I'm glad you asked that, bro. Let's keep it real with you, bro. Cause it's like, man, I just was at a whole prison, man. I was the imam at this prison at Smith, man, for like 2 years, bro. And it's like the prison
Explain to the people
system.
what an E-man is.
Imam is the Islamic prayer leader. You know what I mean? The one who has the highest authority. You know what I mean? In Islamic groups. You know what I mean? In
Okay,
prison. Um,
well
and
respected.
we're respected by all groups, man. And from my era of time, people come from all walks of life to come and talk to the leaders of Islam, or you know what I mean, the preachers and stuff. You know, I was one of them guys that try to implement that back, man, to the youth and everyone, man. Listen, man, we're not a gang, man. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
We are a way of life, man, with God. You know what I mean? That stands upon truth. We ain't rocking with all these people that's doing all this weird stuff that's causing people harm and trying to run over here. And, you know what I mean? Think that we
Exactly.
supposed to
Run over
like
there.
protect them. You know what I mean? From
Mm-hmm.
bringing mischief our way. No, we don't
Mm-hmm.
do that. You know what I mean? We let you handle your affairs with your people, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the correct way, you know what I mean, before you come over here, you know what I mean, because we can't endanger
The
innocent
whole
people
community.
because you want to run from something that you signed up for. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So, a lot of these young guys got to realize this, why I keep telling these brothers, these dudes that, all right, man, dudes lay on you in prison, man.
Mm-hmm.
You may come in here with co-defendants, all y'all took plea bargains and stuff, right? You know what I mean? And I tell dudes, when you got co-defendants and you pleading out to indictment, you know that you pleading out to, you agreeing to what's been said on that
Exactly.
paperwork. So
Exactly.
don't call him a rat, say that he told on you and you plead out too, because it's saying you told on him
Man.
too. You
Man,
see what I'm saying?
I believe we've been reading the same book, man. Cause I had to tell people like, man, if you go to the feds, man, and you didn't go to trial, you really snitch, even if you snitched on yourself. Cause you gotta admit to whatever they said that you done. So if you admit
Mm-hmm.
to whatever they said you done, then you just as big as a rat as anybody. And I know people don't want to say that. Cause guess what? If you say you was a gangster or you doing whatever you doing in whatever situation, you can't go in there and tell the police anything. We call that cooperation. Know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you go in there and you go along with whatever they say and say, yeah, that's what I done, then you cooperate, just like you said. Go ahead, bro.
That's called being accountable for what you did.
Exactly, exactly. So
Some
you
people
told
don't
on
like it.
yourself.
Yeah, you might not like it. Your situation may be different at this time. It may be you, maybe with you somebody else, but the accountability of the fact that you did what you did. You know what I mean? If you say what you say, it is what it is. You know what I
No
mean? But
doubt.
you know,
Your mental
Man,
health.
these
We
young
get back to
guys,
your mental state of mind.
my, I'm glad you asked me about my mental state because, man, while I was this imam, bro, at this prison, bro, it was like I was a compound counselor because it's like I was the guy that had to go talk to people,
No
figure out a
doubt.
situation, and resolve a situation. You know what I mean? I never got a break, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
from no one to come and see, how you doing, Malik? How you
No
doing,
doubt.
Fred? You know what I mean? Because it's always a pressing issue that someone have that need help. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I always be like, maybe God don't put no burden on me that I can bear. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
So I may be built like that for people to come and ask me these type of things or
No
come to
doubt.
me with all these situations. So I never cried about it. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I'm glad you asked about my mental health. And
Mm.
right now my mental health is very well right now as well. You know what I mean? I don't think that I'm out of pocket with myself. I haven't lost my sanity. I never lost my standard. You know what I mean? I always walk the walk, you know what I mean, on how I was taught by the people that I was learned from. You know what I mean? I never changed up. You know what I mean? And that's what kept me straight all the way through these 27 years. You know what I mean? I ain't never
Exactly.
had to go through hard situations like a lot of dudes go through. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I always been a stand-up guy. I always had someone to vouch for me and I always stood loyal to what I was upon. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know how to do that. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean? And if I ever made a mistake, I always stood accountable for it. You know what I mean? I ain't never say I was perfect.
No
You know what I
doubt.
mean? We all gonna have our, our trials and errors. But I still stand, you know what I mean, and well respected, you know what I mean, through my journey, you know what I mean? And I hope that when I get home, you know what I mean, I can still hold that same honor, you know what I mean, and
Oh
being a
no, more
better person.
definitely. And I'm gonna tell you this, and a lot of people don't even understand this. And I'm gonna say this, and you might not even believe this, but it's nothing but the truth. You're in a lot of better position than a lot of these people on the street, man. I'm telling you, man, when you come home, a lot of the positions that these people was in when you left, they still in them same positions. You're gonna be like, ain't no way these people still in the same corner. And let me tell you something, even when I came home, they looking at us as the Messiah, bro. Like we gonna
Right.
come back and save them. And that's why I be telling a lot of people, man, you could go back and do what you can do, you know what I'm saying? But first you gotta save yourself and they gotta want more, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand like this is what you want. You get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you could manifest your thought process into existence. So you know what I'm saying? The way that you think is the way that life is. So this is the way that they think. And I ain't gonna lie, I made a mistake when I first came home thinking like, hey man, I'm gonna help this person, help that person, help this person. And I realized none of these people was the people that I thought they was. When you say stand-up type of people, it seems like nobody knows stand-up type guys no more. It's like you can't even vouch for nobody no more because the things that they finna do, you be like, oh, they call it slime you out. They gonna wipe your nose. I be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what honor is it in that situation? You know what I'm saying? Well, you're gonna backdoor your own man. It's like you on a team and you second your own quarterback. Do you get points for second your own quarterback? I mean, it's like crazy, but I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna be so far ahead of these people when you get out of the streets, man. You like I did 15 years. So when I got I was 15 years ahead of time. You're gonna be ahead of these people. Like whatever you do, don't look back. Cause everybody
Hey,
gonna be like, hey man, you acting funny, you doing type of situation, cause you don't want to come to the hood no more, cause you don't want to hang out with them no more. Whatever. They want to party when it ain't even time to party. I like my family, which is our family, they celebrating every day, and I wonder what they celebrate. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
you want to
What
you
what
want to hear some funny shit, bro? This
yeah,
some funny shit that you said that, right? Because I got a view where I mess with these young dudes about being emotional, right? I
no
say,
doubt.
see, you can tell you were raised by your mama because look how you act. You know what I mean? So I mess with a lot of them like that to show them that, hey man, toughen up, be a man. Because when you start showing these reflections of a female, because see, when you start, see, this was slime mills. When we grew up, we look at from me, my project view, me seeing how mom and them play with men, it was like that
Mhm.
was slime game to try to get what they want. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
boy. You
So
bring it to the point.
so when you looking at these young niggas that ain't have no males in their household, and they seeing their mama play this slime game against they stepdaddies and their daddies and her boyfriends and stuff, they take that shit to the streets to slime everybody. You know what I mean? And they ain't the rule that we apply for as men. You know what I mean?
No
We never
doubt.
been on that. We came up not slime. You either cut throat or you was just gonna do what you gonna do.
No
You know what I
doubt.
mean? You know the difference between a cutthroat nigga. You know what I mean? He gonna
Exactly.
stand out. You see what I'm saying?
No
But
doubt.
this slime game, man, these niggas want the easy way out of
They
everything.
get
They
it
don't
from the
care.
women, like you say, that emotional situation, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
trying to
they get it
be
from the women.
manipulative, you know what I'm saying, to a situation, never taking accountability for nothing, always playing the victim, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said something too hard for him. Well, listen, bro, the reason why the man talking to you like that, because you owe him money. If you wouldn't owe him
Mhm.
money, he wouldn't be able to talk to you like that. I tell these dudes, even with these women, you're like, man, she's talking to you like she's supposed to talk to you. She's talking to you like a dependent, like a child, like a kid, bro. If you were paying bills and you were handling your business, it would be impossible for somebody to be talking to you like that. You
Facts.
won't understand it, but then you come right around the corner and say, hey, aunt, let me get some. Listen, the only thing you ever ask another man for is an opportunity, bro. Give me an opportunity to let me get something, let me work, let me handle some business or whatever type of situation I need to do. Let me show you, know what I'm saying, that I could be an earner in life. You know what I'm saying? Due to the point, anybody that ever put me on, I just wanted to be the person that come back and put them back on. Meaning like, hey, bro, you paid for my lunch today, I'm gonna pay for your lunch tomorrow. But the people that you can't even put them in positions because they looking for you to take them out. These dudes want you to take them out on a date, bro.
Well,
Like,
that
hey,
always
hey,
been your motto. When I was a young nigga, and I used to always be pulling up like, "Hey, bro, let me get something." You would be like, "Listen, always come with something. You don't know what I'm gonna bless you with."
exactly, exactly. Man, that's the man for real. I always come with something because you gotta have skin in the game. Put
Yeah,
some skin
always
in the
come
game.
with something.
It's
You
a
don't
different
know.
game when you playing when you put some skin in the game.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
you don't know what that opportunity that you know what I mean that man gonna give you when he see that you might have potential. You see what I'm
Come on,
saying?
man. Come on, bro.
Shit.
Man, and guess what? It's like that. You know, I got a music label, you know what I'm saying? And I be telling the kid, like even nephew them, they supposed to went to the studio today. Guess why they ain't make it to the studio? Because
Why?
they ain't got no ride. Now then get what they want me to do. Now I don't have the engineer up there since 1 o'clock waiting on them that I gotta pay to record them that they don't even never show up. Then they call to me talking about, oh, we can get up there later. I said, no, y'all can't get up there later, man. Guess what? Get your priorities in line. Guess what? If you ain't got no transportation, you don't need to be up there recording. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because guess what?
oh,
You're
you
gonna
know.
need transportation,
Now I
huh?
even know this about our nephews. Now this is how they gonna pull up. They gonna pull up. One gonna pull up and they gonna start taking pictures, showing videos of what we got drinking on, and then the rest of them gonna pull up, and then they gonna be in there, and they gonna be in there 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, oh, come on, man, open the studio up.
Man, this is crazy, ain't it, man? You know him, boy. You got him down
Yeah.
pat. You got him down pat, bro. And guess what I
Well, you
be?
know, they'll send me every video, boy, every
And,
song.
man, and get what? But see, one thing they could say this me, I give them opportunity. That's all I get. Opportunity. If you can make it there, you can do. Cause if you want it, you gonna go get it. Know what I'm saying, Cantrell? You gonna go get it. I'm gonna tell you something. The only person I feel sorry for is Q. Cause get what? Q believes so much in Cap, man. I'm talking about, he be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I say, hey Q, you believe in Cap. You manage Cap. I'm not managing Cap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, like, but he wanna save Cap. You know what I'm saying? I want to save everybody too, but get what? They gotta want to be saved. You gotta want to be saved. Like, man, listen to even when I was in prison, I never even called home and asked anybody for anything. Listen, I always had a plan. Hey, listen here, send this right here, and I'm gonna send this, and I'm gonna be able to send this back. You know what I'm saying? I like never. I don't need you to think for me. I just need you to be with me with my thinking. When I call a person, I'm gonna tell you how to help me. And this gonna help both of us, and I ain't gonna put nobody in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like I had partner, they ain't mind. Man, send me 600. Get what? They know I'm gonna send 1,200, 1,500 back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Even if they ain't doing them a store calls, man, this ain't no lie. Dude be talking about they balling when they in prison, going to the store. When I was in prison, bro, I never went to the store, bro. I'm telling you, I had all the money. I was the store. I had 5 or 6 locker boxes. I feel like you was a duck down there in line, you know what I'm saying, paying for this situation. And I never missed no child. I told him, man, I miss a tray when they miss a date. Even if I go up there and just throw it through the window, don't say, do to the point I say, do you know how easy it makes for them, know what I'm saying, to incarcerate us if when they ain't even got to, know what I'm saying, feed us? You feeding yourself. You come in your own prison, man. A dude can't, and I gotta tell you this too. I just got into contact with the head of the parole lady too. Don't say she just wrote me a letter. Don't say I've been reaching out to her. You know, I've been working in the background too. Don't say
Right.
Joyce I can't even think her name, but she just wrote me a letter. Don't say, but I got the what's called it's a lady down here, Doctor uh Jaketra Grant, you know what I'm saying, Bryant, you know what I'm saying, she running for mayor. You know what I'm saying? But I'm her social media, you know what I'm saying, advisor. So, I want to do all her social media for her, you know what I'm saying? But the only reason I'm doing that, I ain't gonna say the only reason I'm doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to make a way for everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like the people that you put in position. Once you get these people in position, then you ask the guys, people, you know what I'm saying, they can help, constituents, they can help you and be able to help you know what I'm saying? Because, and I don't even like to say this, but I'm gonna say this. I'm still on parole, right?
Right.
And all this time, man, these folks still got me on tense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I only, like, man, it's going on 30 years, bro. I've been out on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Down there 20 years, they still got me on tense, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody saying they can't do nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? Due to the point, like you say, they got certain stuff in your jacket. Go ahead.
Uh, some of the comment streamers showed them the sale, right? I would
Yeah.
just spin the camera around, you know what I mean, just to
Go
show
ahead.
them that it's the real deal. You know what I mean? We ain't fraudulent, you know what I mean? Because there's one thing about my podcast as well, you know what I mean, on Bingo, you know what I mean, we always show up, you know what I mean, so the people know. All right. Give y'all a quick little view, letting
Okay.
you know that it's
That's the
real.
real deal, that
You
boy.
know what I mean? It's real. You know, I keep my books above me. You know, it's real. Got my fan right there.
That
Nightlight.
Lakewood.
Yeah, that's that Lakewood. You know what I mean? You know, those who keep the curtain right here. You know what I mean? Because that's the
Privacy.
toilet area right there, the sink area. Separate that. You know, we locked down, so the door locked. You know what I mean? Ventilation up there. You'd have been at this spot. You know how it look, bro. You
I
know what I
already
mean?
know, boy. You already know I know.
You
What
know.
what 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 building you in? You said M.
Now I'm in the top up here, man.
Oh yeah. Inshallah. Yeah. That's a blessing there by itself, man. Man, and like I say, man, and like you say, not even just like with me and you are the people that's on the podcast. Like, if y'all take time, like I write books, he's writing a book, you know what I'm saying, about his life, man. We putting so much game in these books, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about what they on YouTube for free with me, you know what I'm saying? You could go pick up this interview gonna be on there, you could go pick up this situation and you could learn so much, you know what I'm saying, about decision making, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand chess. Chess is actually a sport, you know what I'm saying? I advise all the young cats to learn how to play chess, you know what I'm saying? Due
It's
to
a
the
mental
point,
sport,
it's a middle sport and it teaches evaluation skills. You got
a
to learn how
strategy.
to evaluate the strategy, meaning that, man, it ain't all about the moves you making, it's about the moves they making too. You know what I'm saying? So you don't just look at the moves that you making, you got to watch the moves that your opponent making in life. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of times people be talking, but they're not relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with the government, what's going on with Venezuela, what's going on with Trump pulling this, what's going on with the oil. Like I do stocks, you know what I'm saying? And one reason I'm good at doing stocks is due to the point I open the window and I look outside. And I can see what's going on outside, and I can compute that to make money off what's transactioning in the real world. So that's
Right,
where I
right.
tell people, you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with reality, you know what I'm saying? You got to acknowledge knowledge.
Yeah, my word play will be on like I would that's for to them to pay attention. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
See, today, man, we have to we ourselves got to pay attention ourselves to what our YNs or what we want to call them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Are doing. You know what I mean? We got to pay attention to what we presenting to them. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean? Because I'm gonna show you something, big bro. Get what? You are a successful black man. You see what I'm saying? You have achieved things from your background. You know what I mean? People see that, okay, oh, I'm gonna holler at TJ, man. TJ got he in the trucking, he got the music going on, he got the Porsche, he got the boot stuff going on. So
No doubt.
these young ones should be running your way for opportunities. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Instead of going other places. You know what I mean? Like
No
trying to
doubt.
chase the streets. You know what I mean? Because what you got going on is like, wow, man. If you don't even do music, just going there, just writing stuff. You know what I mean? You never know who will buy one of them hooks. Who would buy some of them beats? You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Man, you
And
could just grab a camera. You could just
yeah,
start recording. I mean, it's so many opportunities, you know what I'm saying, in the industry.
fashion,
You know what I'm
anything.
saying? You can shoot a movie. You You know what I'm saying? Like, due to the point, this is what people really like they watching this. Like, people don't want to get in the street like BMF, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent Power, all this, you know what I'm saying? This was our life that people actually watching every day on Stars. You know what I'm saying? Instead of killing everybody in the streets, you can shoot a movie where everybody
Hey, that's
get killed.
crazy. You
Go
just put
ahead.
an idea in my head, right? When you said that, right? Because I was finna put this in the book, right? Because you know what I mean. R.P. to Bobby, man, Bobby Lee, man. You know what I
No
mean.
doubt.
That was
Exactly.
my guy. See, I was
Got him
gonna
on my arm.
mention, yeah, I know, right? I was gonna mention the fact that, you know what I mean. CIC, you feel me?
Yeah, oh, but listen, man. Do you know I just incorporated that? Know what I'm saying? But it's Crown Imperial incorporations. Know what I'm saying? A
Right,
consolidation. Know what I'm saying? But I built a whole CIC. I built a whole a corporation. I got a corporation, man. I incorporated that, man. That's crazy,
right,
but you don't
right.
forget nothing, boy. You
Man,
don't
come on,
forget
man.
nothing, boy. Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
this is
boy. They
why
don't know
see, I
that
can never forget
CIC.
my stepping stones. Every little step that I
No
remember,
doubt.
bro. You know what I mean? I reflect on. You know what I mean? This is make who I am. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
I know when I get home, a lot of people gonna look at me as what they remember me by. So
Mm-hmm.
one of my goals is to show them a different me that I done elevated to a different level. You know what I mean? And that
Mm-hmm.
this level that I'm on now, you would rather like me better than this level than you did back then. You know what I mean?
No
Because
doubt.
I'm on something different and positive, and I'm on something that's gonna be helpful for everybody that's around me. You know what I mean? I don't never look at myself as no selfish individual. If anybody gonna be in my support group, I'm gonna be a supporter as well for them. You feel what I'm saying?
No
And
doubt.
that's how we all gotta think. You know what I mean? We support each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I got this panel that we on. On our panel, the way to make us better than everyone else, we may support you today for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
All of us gonna support you with everything that we got. You
No
see
doubt.
what I'm saying? We're gonna blow you up to the roof as if you the top dog, no matter what. You
No
see what
doubt.
I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then when
Exactly.
it's my time, that's how everybody gonna do me. You see what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
And that's how we gotta do
And
when we
that's
got
gonna work.
yes. How can you fail?
Man, get what? I was just telling what's called a Rudy. You know Rudy on it, Front Street Rudy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we got Darlene's
Uh,
son.
Darlene's son,
Bert,
Darlene
Bert,
Burger's son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, he hard with the music, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like, man, I about don't sign everybody in the city, you know what I'm saying? But it's my thing to put Columbus on the map, bro. Like I told him, man, you know, anybody willing to do anything, man, you could come to Renegade and we could get it off. Due to the point I was telling him, he was like, bro, you right. I said, listen, check this out. You the biggest artist right now, you know what I'm saying? So everybody that's coming over here signing, they supporting you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that support team, man. Like you say, like everybody, like what's called just did a Marquise just did a show with him last night, but the whole gang came out there and they support the whole renegade movement. You know what I'm saying? Like because they understand everybody got a position to play, bro. Even the you know what I'm saying, get your royalties off that album. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
So you know,
now in that music, I like Front Street Rudy. He has a popular like style.
mm-hmm.
Like he's a hot style because what he's a part of as well is gonna be hot anyways. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I like his style. He got a hot style. That's always good for you know what I mean for business. Now I'm gonna tell you, I listen to a lot of different like Columbus rappers. You know what I mean on the low. You
Mm,
know what I mean. Now
exactly.
who I like lyrically on just on some real street shit. I like that boy YSC and Trap. That boy there
Oh
is
man, man,
that's a
man,
hard little nigga right there.
man, come on, man. You know, got them Trout go hard, man. You know, me and Trout, you know, Trout come record at the studio too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Trout already signed. Well, he went back to Boom Man or whatever situation. But me and Thought Eye and Trout, we had sat down and tried to put something together. You know what I'm saying too? You know what I'm saying? But boy, that boy YSN Trout, man, he hard, but for real, boy, that boy, that
I
old
like
Jeff
him.
son.
Yeah, that
Them,
Khan son.
Yeah, yo,
That big
Jefferson,
color
man. That's why I
thumb.
tell it. And see, that's why I be trying to tell these young cats, man, this is the grace of God too, bro. Ain't nothing ever inspired at that, man. All that stuff killing niggas just go on the street, bro. Everybody in the studio get along, bro. They on the respect to me, bro. They be like, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, listen, this is a no-fly zone, bro. Anybody inside, cause some dude was like, hey, man, you know, you should be there. Listen, this studio for everybody, bro. I don't peek. I know everybody, mama and daddy, bro. I'm not setting nobody up. I can't. Listen, man. I know. Listen, bro. You know when you come over here, you good with me. Cause guess what? I know your mama. I know your daddy. Ain't nothing finna happen to you while you around me. I promise you that, bro. When you go around the corner and something might happen, that something might happen. I'm talking about even though saying, I'm talking, man. All our partners, kids come to the studio and they beefing with each other. That's the crazy part, and nobody don't even know what they beefing about. Bro, listen, these folk, man, listen, I'm talking about cousins and everything. I said, bro, listen, you think I'm crazy, bro? First cousins and all type of situations. I mean, I know both of y'all mamas. Tell me, man, you know, I don't even. I said, bro, do you know who his mama is? That's your first cousin, bro. Man, I don't care nothing about that. I said, boy, but then I tell the parents just because I told you know Gingy and don't know.
Yeah.
No, what's called them, you know, with her son, little baby Fox and all them. Now these dudes are terrible. But
Hey,
listen, yeah,
yeah.
listen, but
I
I tell,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. But but you know, I know Gingy, you know what I'm saying? I know the whole family, all us like family. I'm like, man, you see your kids going out the door every day, like with all type of situations. Do you not say anything to them? Do you not slow down? Do you not say, hey man, that is your first cousin. I'm gonna whoop your ass. If I'm talking, man, crazy boy, my baby mama passed away, you know what I'm saying? Jackie. You remember Jackie Garrett?
Yeah, I remember Jack.
Yeah, no, said she passed away. So a lot of people came to the funeral, the parents and some of the kids, but the kids they completely like on like some like been trying to keep. I'm like, man, this don't even. What do the parents say? Like one thing about my kids, my nephew, I try to have control of them, bro. Like, well, man, listen, you know what I had? You know, my other Cato passed away. You know what I'm saying? He got killed. You know what I'm saying? But he was beefing with some dude from the south side, right? And he was with some more dudes. I had to ask him one question. Man, what side of town you from? You don't confuse me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody you going against is from our side of town. The dude that you running with, nobody knows them. Well, what kind of decision? What kind of sense that make now?
It's so different. I'm talking about it's so much different to me. It's like I be tripping too, right? And it was funny that you had said something right, cause it's like that's another one of them female traits right there too, brother. I was telling you about like what you hear females always saying about how they be feeling about other female. I don't like that bitch. I don't fuck with them hoes. You
Boy, you
know what I mean?
saying nothing but the
Now
truth,
that's
boy.
how
You
these niggas is now.
but
These
that
young
how
niggas
it
been
is.
hearing their mothers say this so much. Now they be like, it's their cousins and all this right here. They be like, I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? Why? Why? That's
That's
your
what I'm
blood.
saying.
You know what I
Why?
mean? Why? Why you so emotional like that?
And they can't even tell you why, bro. They can't even tell you why, bro. They don't. But like
Where
you
these
say,
emotions come from?
but you said, but that's exactly what the females be doing. But you ain't lying, boy. That's I don't fuck because that's what these niggas be saying. But I don't fuck with them nigga like that. Them nigga the opposite. This right here, I'm like, what happened? This your first cousin.
How you do that?
Man, I don't understand the period, man. I don't. I mean, and just like you say, man, it got to be the women trait. I never looked at it like that, but you absolutely right. That's exactly what it
Yeah,
is. The
man.
women
It's
trait.
easy to recognize when you been in here and you seeing these guys come in at a young age and they got to grow up around us. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? See it and recognize it. You know what I mean? And you read books and watch movies and documentaries about programmings or how the white man did us, and you start noticing certain things, and you be like, you know what, man? Listen, I told some guy, man, I've been saying it for a long time that they need to make a movie like this Clone Tyrone movie they made. And they made this movie, bro. It seemed like I was the only person that understood the movie that was around me that watched the movie. You see what I'm saying? And I was
Man,
like, y'all don't
that
get
was a
it.
good movie too, boy.
You know what I mean? Y'all really don't get it, do y'all?
Nah, they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it, boy. They don't get it. They did. Did you notice one thing too? How they said it? They putting everything in the chicken, bro. Black man love the
Chicken,
chicken.
the perms, the church,
Come
all
on,
this stuff. It's
man.
programming.
They get what? See, they see this what? See, that's why you know you ahead of time, bro. See, because the rest of the people they just seen the movie and thought it was funny, bro. They thought it was funny. They don't
The
realize them people gave
weed,
you, huh?
the alcohol is in everything that's in the
Come on.
black community.
Hey man, I'm gonna say this too, man. I feel like that homosexuality is in that. I mean, in that marijuana, bro. Man, listen, it
This,
just
the homo, this I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna trip off this right here. Look this up, bro.
I'm
It's
writing
an
it down now.
experiment. It's an experiment they did with the water, right? With some
Yeah.
frog. You know
Oh,
what I mean? They
I heard about that.
turn this is what's turning these dudes gay. Listen, they changed the system with the water, bro. They started telling you that this water was unclean and started selling you all this water. Remember these errors that everybody wanted to buy water. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? This water got this chemical in it that makes you feminine. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's the reason why they started giving it to us in prison. You see what I'm saying? They try
Mm-hmm.
to turn these niggas gay. But niggas ain't stupid like that. The game coach won't allow that. The
Exactly.
drugs the drugs is what trigger it in prison. These dudes
Exactly.
smoke the strips and stuff like that. It trigger them. You know what I mean? But that the water, that's like a survival. You gonna outdo that. You know
No
what I mean?
doubt.
But people on the streets, they gonna get careless with it. They ain't
Man,
paying it
hey,
no
get what? They
mind.
don't even understand what's going on, bro. These dudes, like what's going on, like you say, even the water, whatever the situation. I'm watching these kids, and just like the way that they moving, the mannerism and everything. I'm like, bro, they ain't even built manly. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm like, golly, it's getting like, man, like a man fear right now is having a gay son, bro. That's one of his biggest fears, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because all the women don't turn gay. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's like that's okay, though, that they say. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, gay just gay, you know what I'm saying? And like I be telling like I like one of my daughters is gay. Like I told her I love you, but I don't love what you do. And I'm gonna be on you every day because I be saying, Daddy, you be so hard on me. I said, man, it's just like you being a crackhead. You think every one day I'm gonna say, it's okay to smoke crack. No, they ain't gonna never be a whole day. I said, man, do you not understand that God is real, man? Y'all think God just somebody made up or something, man? God is real. This is divine intervention of life, bro. There's a reason why they were designed. And as long as you going against this, ain't nothing gonna be right, bro. Ain't
That's right.
nothing in your life gonna be right. Man,
That's
listen,
right, boy.
and this is like I told a man, if you feel that way, you don't have to indulge in sexual activity. You know what I'm saying? If you know that what you doing is wrong, you know what I'm saying? Don't even indulge. It's just like me. Shit, hell yeah, I want to go get a whole brick of cocaine, but I know I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I know not that it don't weigh up. So sometimes you got to take the losses with that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because when we was out there hustling, that's the only thing, man. Let me go get me a brick and break it down. I'm gonna be bound. I'm gonna be the what I'm saying? That's what's a thought process. We had that in our mind. We never seen the life sentence. We never seen the 20 years. We never seen the 2 life sentence. We never seen that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because if we would have seen that part of the game, we would have understood that shit don't add up, man. Man, listen, right now, yeah, like you said, I'm a working man. And what I tell young dudes now, if you don't work, it won't work. You got to work. The reason why I say that, guess what? Man, even if you doing something that you ain't got no business doing, you need to be paying taxes. Because the first thing you went to court, the first thing the judge asked you, did you have a job? Did you have a job? If you ain't got a job, evidently you ain't doing something right. But guess what? I seen so many people, they beat their case on one thing alone. Guess what? They were working. And when you working, you paying taxes. And guess who get paid off the taxes? The judge, the lawyer, the police, all them people work for you. That's why I say I'm a tax-paying citizen. That's why they say you need to come out here and become a fabric of society. Only way you become a fabric of society is you pay taxes. That meaning that your situation count, bro. If you out here and you not paying no taxes, ain't nothing that you do count, bro. You don't need to
I,
say
I,
nothing.
got, I got a question. You got trucks, right? You do trucking,
Absolutely.
right? All
Hmm.
right. That's a good profitable business right there. You know what I mean? How many trucks you got? About 3 trucks, something
Three
like that.
trucks. Three trucks.
Okay. Um, have you ever thought about getting into training people to drive trucks for a
I already
living?
did that, Cantrell. Everybody that almost drive for me, I don't train everybody how to drive trucks, man. And guess what I tell them, man? The trucker is the next hustle, bro. It's the closest thing to hustling, bro. Due to the point, your hustle determine your salary, bro. This the only job that how hard you work is how much money you make. Like,
So
ain't
how
no
much?
salary.
So how much you like for an average person? Because I had a roommate that had owned some box trucks, right? And
No
we
doubt.
used to like pay. his drivers something like 15 to $2,000 a week type
Mhm.
stuff, depending on the deliveries or whatever they got going. You know what I mean? And I think his was pretty much local, just in Georgia area. You know
No
what I
doubt.
mean? So is yours like a bigger rig
Man,
or?
listen, I got a big rig, you know what I'm saying? Due to the point when you coming home from prison, I tell you this the best situation, and they gonna let you go anywhere that you want to go. Man, my choice got 2 beds, and like it look just like they sell 2 beds in there, microwave, TV, refrigerator, and everything in there, bro. You could live in there. I'm talking about, man, you straight. You know what I'm saying? You don't need nowhere to pay no bill. I'm talking I have more clothes inside my truck than I have at home, bro. I'm talking I'm complete. I got the Wi-Fi, everything set up in there, man. And when I say the bed, the room, and everything in that guy is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And when I first came home, you didn't have to go to trucking school. You could just somebody could teach you how to drive a truck, and you go straight down there with a truck and take a driving test just like you would in a car. But they don't change that now because so much in us start doing it. But at the same time, like this is how I pay my driver. I let my driver go on the load board, and about each load, they hear how much the load pay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give
Mm-hmm.
you, you know what I'm saying, 25% of whatever that load pays. So you pick your poison, how much money you want to make and where you want to go. Like one thing, the load's going to New York might pay $3,000 to go to New York. But guess what? You got to be a real driver to go to New York because you know New York get real tight now, you know what I'm saying? And you got to go through these tolls. So it's different stuff that you got to understand. But guess what? You can make any amount of money that you want to make. Like nephew, he home for the weekend. He didn't have to come home for the weekend. He could have kept on rolling. You know what I'm saying? Kept every day you is
Every
picking up
day
and
you
dropping.
drive, you make money. Every day
You
you
picking
drive,
up,
you make
dropping off
money.
the pack. You picking up,
Mhm.
dropping off the pack. You put the pack on it, and when you get off the pack, you get paid. It's just like the streets. You don't get paid until you get rid of the pack.
You
Now,
drop the pack off, yeah.
when you drop the pack out and you send me that paperwork, we get paid. Touchdown, baby. So you can make as
Mm-hmm.
much money you want to make, bro. It's sweet like that. I'm talking, man. You can go out there and make $5,000 a week to $10,000 a week if you want to. That's about
So
how
it's
hard you
so
want to
you
drive
flip
and
the
what you want to,
game.
huh?
It's flipping the game from being illegal trafficking to legal trafficking.
Man, listen here, man. I'm talking, but then get what? It's so sweet that I ain't gonna lie. I'm a renegade truck driver. I don't drive, but at nighttime I try to get like, man, this game don't set up. Like, if you drive in the daytime, they got the DOT and they got the weigh stations and all that stuff trapped them like trap. But what they do, like after 7 o'clock at nighttime, the DOTs go home, the weigh station. Man, I can run from Maryland to goddamn Miami overnight, bro ride. I was on the real truck driver, the big one with the big things, and ride doing 80 mile per hour, coming straight
Boom,
down
boom. Yeah,
75.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, ain't no see how they got it is. Ain't no car supposed to be out there that time of night. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all supposed to be at home, you know what I'm saying? Around about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, the truck should be where they need to be, you know what I'm saying, getting off that load. And that's how I drive. But you got a lot of company drivers, they try to drive in the daytime and drive with the trucks because they can't stay up at night. That's why I just told nephew talking about, I have problems. I said, because you ain't no hustler. You ain't never trapped before. That's why you can't stay up at nighttime. And you
Mm-hmm.
trapped before, you know how to stay up all night and
All
sleep
night.
all day. And that's what I
You
do,
ain't trying to
man.
miss a
Listen,
bean.
man,
When
listen,
that
this,
one
this
sale
man,
come
listen.
in, keep on coming back with it. How the hell you get $100, nigga? What? You
Hey,
ain't going to
listen,
sleep.
listen how I drive a truck. I'll pick up a load in Columbus, go home, do what I want to go to sleep, wake up, jump in the truck, you know what I'm saying, around about 11 o'clock, end up in Orlando at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Drop that load off, get another load in Orlando, go to sleep, wake up around by 6 o'clock, and be back up in Birmingham, you know what I'm saying, around about 6 o'clock in the morning, find a load inside Birmingham, put that on the back of my truck, park, and go to sleep and wake up, give me a workout. I'm doing just like Chain Gang. I'm gonna get up around about, you know what I'm saying, 5 o'clock, get me a good workout, you know what I'm saying, go in there, take me a shower, eat me son. See, I'm back on the road, man. I don't want to do no traffic, bro. I'm trapping all day and all night. I don't have no problems out of nobody, no situations get pulled over, no car trying to
All the
cut
way
you
out the
off,
way.
all the way
All the
out the
way
way.
out the way.
Man, that's what truck's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? See, them new drivers, them company drivers, they trying to find somewhere to park around by 6 o'clock because they tired. They think they working a regular job, bro. This jump be crazy, man. I was like, bro,
That's
you
your
gotta,
advantage. That's
it's
your
to your,
advantage.
and then, man, when I say, man, the best part about sleeping in them trucks, bro, man, you sleep so peacefully. Man, I might be under the mountain somewhere. I be waking up sometime. I don't know if I got a load or if I'm trying to get a load.
You
I had to
just
remember where
happen to
I'm
be
at.
somewhere different.
Man, every time somebody call me, where you at? Boy, I'm in St. Louis. Boy, I'm in Texas, nigga. I'm in Arizona, man. I'm in Birmingham. I'm in Maine. I'm up here in
Mhm.
Mississippi. I'm everywhere, boy. I'm riding. And man, let me tell you something. The thing, so when you come out, like people don't understand. I tell my wife this. I say, man, do you know I can leave my body? You learn this when you do prison time. Man, I can sit and just go inside my head with some music on and go wherever I want to go, man. Leave my body right here. Somebody can say something to you first day, huh? Like you just came back. You know what I'm saying? I was out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I be in this 18 wheeler, bro. When I be riding, boy, I be like, the whole world, like this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out here. I wanted to go. I wanted to travel. I want to do what I need to do, bro. Man, man, get out here. I'm gonna make sure you get your CDL, man. While you in there, you going. I had everybody tell them. I told my brother, man, man, listen. If you get your CDL, bro, listen, it ain't nothing for you to make $100,000 a month. Excuse my line, $100,000 a year, bro. And this ain't even no hard work. This just driving, bro. Something that you love. We gonna go up and down see the road anyway. You know how much we
Shit, nigga.
ride,
Who used to
huh?
drive us back and forth from Columbia to Atlanta anyway?
Huh? You said what?
Who used to drive us back and forth from Columbia to Atlanta?
I don't know. You did. Who?
Yeah, shit. Remember we got lost that
Yeah,
time
yeah,
we
yeah,
ended up in
yeah, yeah.
Alabama?
You used to love to drive. Yeah, you love to drive. You love to drive. Yeah, boy, you love to drive. You ain't
Y'all
lying, boy.
talking
You
about
love to drive.
you let Bell to my some goddamn to my some. Yeah, go that way. That's Casita right there. Man, I said, man, we're gonna end up in Alabama, man.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, you love to drive. Boy, I'm telling you something, man. When you get your 18 wheeler, bro, it's like you got your pilot license, bro. I'm talking, man, when you jump in your truck, man, and throw your man, I put on that playlist, bro. All the music that I love, bro, and I get to push that guy. I'm talking that big boy be floating, boy. I'm talking ride 80,000 pounds, boy, going across bridges, going across Chattahoochee, going across man, I'm talking about through the mountains, everything, bro. I'm talking about this is crazy, but I go through the mountains at nighttime. I went through the mountains in the daytime one time, was scared as hell. Cause you can look over the side. I said, boy,
You can
I
see
ain't
it. You
know.
can see it.
Man, I don't want to see it. I just want to ride that white line at nighttime. Boy, I be on that white line ride, boy. I ain't playing, boy. That white between that mustard and that mayonnaise, boy, I'm riding, boy. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Man, yeah, bro, we got to get together, know what I'm saying, due to the point, like you say, I got the parole people, know what I'm saying. I'm putting out, like, I don't even like to talk no more. I'm just like, because it's so much I want to do, but do what I tell everybody. Education and economics, bro. You got to get some knowledge. You got to get some money, bro. Like, I don't care. Money ain't nothing but a tool used to build dreams with, bro. So you got to get money. So that's why I be telling the people, they be like, I say, listen, bro, that little bit of money that y'all talking about, there ain't enough money to do what I'm trying to talk about. I need millions, bro. Like even with the I got the trucking coming, it do good, but get what? I'm taking the trucking money, investing into the music and the movies, because I know this is gonna bring me millions, bro. This is gonna be life changing money. You know what I'm saying? When I get the life
Mm-hmm.
changing money and get in my position, man, and this is the crazy part. Now you know how I was when I was in the street. If I was going to got them buy some cocaine, everybody in the family, they willing to pitch in and do exactly what they need to do. Man, I'm in the trucking business. Who you think trying to follow me? Nobody. Nobody. And then you know what the crazy about the reason why I'm in the trucking business due to the point I brought my brother a truck while I was in prison. I bought TC a truck while I was in prison for him to drive. For when I come home, I wouldn't even have to. Get what? The man wouldn't even pay me, man. The man wouldn't even pay me, bro. Get what? I had to jump in the truck. The man told me, man, I don't think I was telling the man pay me $1,000 a week, bro. He couldn't even pay me that. Man, I went out there. I said, man, shit, I make $10,000, $15,000 a week, bro. Easily, man. I mean, what was you doing? Get what he was doing? Trying to stay around the house. Now you can't make no on the way. Like what it say? Big wheels keep on turning, money keep on earning. I'm moving. If them wheels don't turn, you don't make no money, bro. You gotta keep
Mm-hmm.
them wheels turning, baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to stop, boy. When I'm out there and I got a quota to meet, I'm gonna meet my quota, bro. Whatever I'm
Gotta
trying to
be
go, like
performed.
whatever money you set your mind that you say, hey, boy, I need $10,000. Get what? You don't stop until you get $10,000. It might take 5 days, it might
Thanks.
take 7 days. Just keep riding until you get it. Don't come home until you come back with what you want to come back with.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
and then get what I tell you. If you don't trust your old lady, pack her up and take her with you. You know what I'm saying?
Um, 12 in here.
All right, I'm finna go. I'm gonna request that from me too. I'm gonna send it.
You can pause it for 1 second. Let me see what's going
No,
on
we
right
we
quick.
we did good. I'm gonna call you back, man, cause this thing was, man. We going into about 3 hours. I'm gonna hit you back, love, bro. Know what I'm saying?
All
Street
right, love, bro.
audio.
And we'll
Got
catch
my.
up, bro.
All right, love, bro.